Good evening, everyone. It is I, Eibbor Nanahcub. Okay, that was a sting. Whew. And welcome back to a very special video. That's right, we're back here once again with one of the birthday videos. This one being for the bassist of Hello Happy World, Hagumi. And today we're here to talk about the top 5 reasons why Hagumi should be your best girl. Moving right into number 5 with number 5. Costumes. Now it should be on the point at this point. Costumes are usually the bottom row for me because, again, as I've always said, unless usually the ones that design the costumes or make them, I'm usually kind of very, oh yeah, they're cool, but they're bottom row. But Hagumi has some really good ones. Don't get me wrong. The baseball outfit for Hello Happy World always comes to mind. Because I was at the first Hagumi car, I was like, much want. Like, oh my gosh, want. Because it fits Hagumi. It fits her very well. Like, Hagumi's, that's the main thing that I think Hagumi throws me off with, is she's not very much a, like, I don't want to say like a girly girl, because again, that's being a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Misinterpretive. But she's more of a tomboy than any of the other girls, in my opinion. There's still some that have that vibes, like Tomoe and stuff like that. But Hagumi has the most vibes for it, in my opinion. And it's always cool to see her in a kind of a more uniform, or more like, what's totalitarian, kind of like just like something that's like very straightforward and very to the point. I like it a lot. Hence why I always like that outfit does. But yeah, Hagumi's had a bunch of other good outfits, like her Make the World Smile Parade Gotcha outfit was pretty cool too. Even if it was only, was it a 2-star? No, I think it was a 3-star. I think it was the event. No, I do believe it was, no. It was a 3-star because all the band story 2s get 3 stars. But yeah, that outfit's also a great one too. It's just seeing, she's always got some good costumes. Hello Happy World always goes over the top of costumes. But yeah, always gotta start with the costumes. But, move on to our next one. Number 4. Singing voice. Okay, so this one is a little bit lower because I have a reason. Now usually I put the singing voice kind of up there a little bit and kind of vary around because I usually like to play with the same things. But Hagumi gets down here with the singing voice because it's not that her singing voice is bad, it's hers is stylized. Hers, you can hear her sing and you immediately know that's Hagumi. And I think it's more or less to keep in character than anything. I imagine the voice actress can sing very well, but it's the fact that hitting Hagumi's voice is a little tougher to sing in, but it still works. It's a good thing to have that kind of voice though, because I can always be like, oh, Hagumi gets to sing this one with Kokoro. Nice, like you can always tell when Hagumi's singing, because she has a very certain timbre to her voice, and that's always a good thing to pick out whenever you're listening. But yeah, not bad. She still has some very good singing points. I definitely like the, oh gosh, what's the name of it? Oh no, I'm forgetting the name of it. The one from, oh my gosh, how am I forgetting this one? The one where her and Misaki create Mari. Fair and Fluffy Fight Gotcha. The one where she makes Mari in her mascot outfit for Michelle's partner. Like, that's such a cool thing to hear. Her voice works really well in that one. Her voice is more of a soft-spoken kind of song kind of thing. I like it a lot. But yeah, she's a good singer. But moving on into our next one. Number 3. Bass playing. Alright, now this one is something that I had to put up here because, again, just like some of the other girls, Hagumi did not know how to play the bass when her Kokoro first recruited her. And she's like, oh no, I'll figure it out. And bass may be an instrument that he'll be like, oh, but it's easier than guitar. Guitar's the hard one. No, bass is still tough, man. Do not underestimate the bass. And Hello Happy World has some crazy bass lines. Like, Kaoru may do some more like flourishing stuff with the guitar stuff, but Hagumi doing, especially just some of the songs of how boppy and jumpy they are, like that type of bass style is very tough and it requires very precise playing. So Hagumi gets some props there, man. Especially from her just being like, oh, my brother played guitar a little bit and showed me how. Like, oh, let me learn how to do it. And just get it. Like, all of Hello Happy World's basically done that, except for Canon. Canon's like the only one that had any, like, any kind of previous experience playing an instrument. I guess Kokoro, since she hums and sings. But yeah, I love that. The Hell Hacker is just like, let's just throw a band together and we'll learn along the way. It's great. Yeah, but Hagumi gets props for that, man. Like, learning to play music just on from scratch, learning to play the bass and scratch. That's not easy, man. Like, it may seem easy because it's like, oh, just go with it and learn from, like, his hearing stuff. It's harder than it looks. But yeah, much props to her. But moving on into our next one. Number 2. Personality. Okay, now this is one that originally I thought, when I first was thinking about this video, I thought was not going to be this high up here. I literally thought the personality was going to go down a rank, and it was going to be her bass playing. But I had to do some digging and do some story digging. My best reference for why Hagumi is such a great character is the fact that whenever you first meet Hagumi, they're putting the band together, you just think, oh, you meet Hagumi, it's like, oh, it's another happy-go-lucky character who's just there to have a good time and have a fun time, like Kokoro and Kaoru, just kind of there for the ride. Kaoru's a little bit different. It's mainly just like Kokoro. It's like a partner for Kokoro, but just kind of more down to earth and more kind of focused on other things. But the fact that literally she can go into a person that actually has, like, she changes her opinion, changes her tune from Kokoro. Like, she broke away from Kokoro whenever the, oh no, what was the name of the character? Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. But I'll try to throw it up. But whenever her friend who had been in that accident had hurt her leg and was trying to get her out of bed so it wouldn't be, permanently paralyzed. Like, Hagumi actively worried and was just stressed out trying to balance her life, which she normally easily could do, but was having trouble because of how much, like, worrying and stress she was throwing through trying to, I want to say Marina, what was the name? I'm considered driving nuts, but I can't remember. But yeah, just how much worry she went through during that character story. That was the opening character story. Like, that was the opening band story, and it's so great to see. And Hagumi's been in multiple situations like that. Like, I've always, I always thought Hagumi was going to be like a one-note character. A very happy-go-lucky person, just like Kokoro, kind of be like her backup. But like another one with the oh my gosh, the sports day banner that had whenever Hagumi was worried about the other team losing and didn't want to depress anyone. And like, that's just like, Hagumi is much more like thought. She puts a lot more thought into things than is on the surface, and that's great to see. I love a deep character like that, and especially come from like someone like Hagumi, who's very seems very on the surface, just a kind of one-dimensional character who's just happy and just glad to be doing stuff. But it's just great to see. But yeah, Hagumi is just a great character in general. She's shown a lot of colors since the debut, and I'm glad that I gave her a chance. I may always say that I'm a little bit on the field of Hagumi, but I can't hate on Hagumi. Hagumi is cool. But moving on to our last one. And number 1. Energy. Okay, so this one's a little bit of an odd one because unlike the other girls, Hagumi doesn't really have a quirk or a little funny thing that she does as compared to some of the others, like, like Eve's Bushido or Maya's cute giggling. Hagumi really doesn't have anything that like sticks out for her, but there is one thing that does. Hagumi's athleticism is leaps and bounds above all the other girls. The fact that she can literally take to almost any sport and just be like, I'm good at this, and just blast through it. Like, just the fact that, like I said, in the Hell Happy World first band story, we're talking about like, oh yeah, does schoolwork, does the band, and then also does softball practice on top of that, while also going to make, like, just the amount that she is just able to move and not get worn out. I've not seen a scene where Hagumi has been tired. I don't think Hagumi knows what tired is. Her energy is insane. And that's not even limited to like the sports stuff. That's why it's energy, not athleticism. I would say athleticism if it was just for sports, but no, the fact that she literally, in some of the music, is just all over the place and she's playing bass. It takes a lot of freaking talent to be able to move around freely and play bass and play an instrument in general. But imagine she just freaking jumping around and doing all crazy stuff like Kokoro does. It's just like, okay, Hagumi's just on a next level. She's just a next level, she's the next level being. She's just a pure embodiment of energy. I don't know, it's just crazy. I love it. And it works too, because again, you have like the most non-energetic in Hello Happy World of Misaki just kind of, well, I shouldn't say that, because Misaki does a lot, but she's more or less like, I don't want to do this, and Hagumi's just, let's go, come on, let's go, let's do this, let's go for a run, let's go for a marathon, I'm down with this, let's just go, I just ate breakfast, let's go. I don't know, it's just great, it's great to do, but again, it was a little bit hard to do this one, because Hagumi doesn't have a quirk, but I'm glad I could find one, but I think that'll do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I sure did. Getting to celebrate yet another birthday and a very fundamental member of Hello Happy World. May not be one of my favorites, but it does not mean that I don't like her. Do not take my disinterest in her cards as disdain. It's just the fact that she's not normally my preferred pick. With Kaoru in the band, how can you fight that? You're just up against the world right there. No, I'm just kidding. But until next time, guys, I'll see ya.